What is up, guys? Welcome back. I got the selfie stick and it's a beautiful day, so I thought I'd get some fresh air. So I don't know if you guys like it when I go outside. I know some people don't like it when I move the camera around, so I'll try to keep it as still as possible. If it does make you feel weird or whatever, just look elsewhere and listen to what I have to say, because this video is super important. I've touched on this quite a few times on this channel, but it's always good to refresh this, this topic, right? Because we fall victim to it all the time. I fell victim to it all the time, and my goal is for you to stop falling victim to this, hopefully for good. And it is the quick fix mentality that we're going to discuss today. But before you click off because you think, oh, I know it doesn't happen overnight, a lot of you fall into this quick fix mentality even if you don't think that it's going to be a day or two that you expect results, right? Or for your life to change or to recover from anxiety. So hang in there. This is for a larger audience than what you probably think. Now, for me, it started with I wanted something that I could maybe take, maybe a supplement or an exercise or a tool, and it was like I wanted it to completely take my anxiety away that day for good. And I quickly learned, like many of you, that doesn't work, right? But a lot of you are still in that quick fix mentality, even if you think something's going to drastically change the whole game for you within a few days to 7 days to 10 days to a couple weeks. Guys, you have to be in this for the long haul, and that's still a quick fix mentality. Some of you are sticking with something for a couple weeks, and then you're ditching it because maybe you're only 20% better, and you think that that's all it's going to do. This could be diet programs. This could be therapy. It could be things like coaching, books, courses, exercise programs. I think I already said diet programs. A lot of these things can help fix you. A lot of these things can get you to recovery, but you expect drastic results from a few days even to a couple weeks into it. Now you'll hear different, sayings or whatever about habit building, and I hear this a lot, that it takes about a month to establish a good habit. Now, personally, I think it takes a little bit longer than a month to really get it set in stone. So by that logic, a couple of weeks isn't enough. And when it comes to recovering from anxiety, we have to establish a bunch of new habits. It's a complete lifestyle change. So stop expecting your anxiety to completely disappear or to drastically improve within a week or two of you changing up your life. You've been doing something the opposite way for so long. Those of you that have had anxiety for years, and now you're switching it up and you expect your subconscious to magically be like, okay, that's good enough for me. No, your subconscious doesn't believe that that's the new you. So we got to prove it to our subconscious that this is the new thing. And it could be with anything: diet, exercise, exposure, self-love, self-talk, positive self-talk anyways. It could be with the therapy. It could be with, coaching or some concepts that you read in books or courses. A lot of these things do work, okay? And I'll just say this, when I get reviews on my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, it's like most of those reviews are, I got your course a couple months ago. Occasionally I get like a few months ago. And, they'll tell me that I'm a lot better, or that I've recovered, or I'm 90% there, and that's what it looks like. It's not, I got your course and today, I got your course yesterday and today I'm 95% better. No, it takes time. Same thing with your therapist. Don't give up on therapy just because you've been going for a few weeks. Now, if the therapist is rude or you feel like they can't relate with you, that's a different story. Don't give up on that, right? A lot of you are putting your money in good places, but you're wasting your money not because the product or the person isn't working for you. It's because either you're unwilling to go all in on what they're telling you, or you're not sticking with what they're telling you or what you're reading or what you're listening to for a long enough period of time. So don't ditch the books, don't ditch your therapist, none of that, unless again, they're being rude or they're completely unrelatable. Stop ditching these things so quickly. A couple weeks is not long enough. So a lot of you that may wanted to click off, and I'm sure I lost a lot of people right whenever I said quick fix mentality. They think that they're not, or you think that you have been thinking that you're not in that quick fix mentality group. You still are, in my opinion, if you're expecting a couple weeks to completely change everything for you. You can make a lot of progress in a couple weeks, but I think it takes a few months at least to changing everything and then being able to reach recovery. And that still is depending on how severe your anxiety is or how hard you're working, right? How hard are you going? So it takes time. It's a total transformation. Anxiety is a sign you need to grow. And right now your subconscious doesn't trust you, and you got to get your subconscious to trust you. And how do you do that? You keep coming through. You keep coming through. You keep proving it to your subconscious day in and day out. You've been telling it the opposite for so long, you know? You've been saying, oh, I think I'm dying, or I think I'm sick, or I think I have this disease that you don't have if you have a health anxiety, or no, we can't drive, we can't get on the highway, I'm gonna have a panic attack. And you've been doing that for X amount of time, you know, that could be months or even years for a lot of you. And now all of a sudden you're saying, we can drive, we can get on the highway. No, we can go to work. We can stand strong in this social situation. No, I am healthy. I do trust the doctors. And you do that for a couple weeks, your subconscious may be coming around a little bit, but it's not all the way there yet. It takes more time. I'm not saying, and this is where hopefully I don't lose some of you, I'm not saying just because you've had anxiety for 5 or 6 or 7 years plus that it's gonna take 5, 6, 7 years plus for you to recover doing all the right stuff. And plus that just sounds depressing, right? That sounds terrible. It doesn't mean that, okay? But it does mean that you're gonna have to stick with something longer than a few weeks. So many of you have gotten some great tools, some great advice, some great concepts, some great products, and they could have worked for you, but you didn't stick with it long enough. And I think that's a huge thing that comes to anxiety recovery, the difference between people that recover and the people that don't. It's just people don't realize how much time it takes to fully change and to fully transform. So I hope you guys got something out of that. Again, don't ditch your therapist just because you're not cured in a couple weeks, okay? Just start sticking with stuff longer, okay? We're talking months minimum. Get this weeks out. Weeks is still a quick fix mentality in my opinion. But hope I didn't offend any of you guys. Sometimes I feel like I need to just tell it how it is, and let's be real, a lot of these videos are like me preaching to my old self. So I was able to recover 100%. So I don't know, I feel like my message is valuable. It may not be the best for every single person out there, but a lot of people have recovered from listening to my advice. A lot of people are doing amazing now because they took my advice and they did it long enough, right? So don't give up, okay? That's another little side message. Don't give up. It takes time. Almost gave up so many times. But I was able to pull through, and it took time. So if you haven't tried out my course, speaking of which, I'm gonna put that down below in the description in the first pinned comment. You know, I mention it to you every single video. It's down there. Elite Anxiety Bootcamp. It's helping so many people. I mentioned the reviews and stuff, so that's helping. I talked about therapy a little bit. There is a link down below in the description about therapy. You can do it online, so you don't actually have to go to in-person therapy if that's not something you're wanting to do. If you're just trying to get your feet wet, that link will be down there as well. And there's tons of other resources, guys. Make sure that you're doing all that. I got Facebook groups down there. I have, you know, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram, TikTok. I do a lot of content on TikTok. Sometimes I share that here on the community tab. So join all those things, be a part of that. And not just my channel. There's tons of other channels out there doing the same thing I'm doing. Maybe a different style, different message. I'm more rough. I think a lot of you like that because I can be more personable. Don't have the best setup ever or anything, and I don't know if I ever will, just because I just like doing it this way. But a lot of you can appreciate that. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. I am actually doing a cheat meal today. I'm having tacos, so I just got back from the store. So we're gonna do tacos and beans and rice. I'm super excited. I'm about to get started on that. So, well, who am I kidding? I gotta edit this video first. But I love you all, guys. If you just wanna leave me a comment down below, we'll go ahead and do it, all right? We'll do it. If you've stuck around this long, you'll do it. Anxiety recovery takes time. Anxiety recovery takes time. Comment that down below in all caps. Yeah, I think that's a good affirmation. So leave that down below. Subscribe if you're new. Yeah, I kind of rambled in this one a little bit, but I love you guys. And until next time, keep fighting.